Hello, this is Mukimanen's guide to Nexus NG+. Some things you need to know before running this game is that you need the 1.1 version of this game, otherwise things won't work. And Mobius has already a guide for setting up a new file and everything, and how you sort of reset runs, so I'm not going to go through that. And you always want to start on the cadet mode. Also, disclaimers, I do not know all the optimal strats, as I don't know, because I've been only running this game for like 5 days. Either way, you can either have your timer be minus 8.75 and start the timer right as you see Ratchet going up the elevator, or you can start the timer when you press square or press X to continue. So the first thing we're going to do is do a long jump back here. And what we want to make sure, first of all, well, you can do this before you start the game, but is that we put big head enemies on and we put big weapon mod on. The big weapon mod is the most necessary one because it makes clipping in this game possible, or easier, way easier. So we're going to pull out the terrorizer, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to press the right analog stick in, so R3, and you want to stand right into this corner, and do not aim too much to the left or too much to the too much to the left or too much to the right, because otherwise you're just going to clip through the door. What you want to do is sort of have the aim exactly here in this area, so when you shoot, you clip through to this area under the ship. So what we're going to do next is, when you land, it can happen that you sort of get stuck gliding here. All you have to do then is hold X and like hold in X and go upwards, and you'll get to sort of this area where you can stand easily. From here, long jump, long jump, long jump. You can't go past this, so just go to the right, and you can't go past this, so just go to the left, long jump. And here we're going to clip through this wall by wiggling the camera left, right, just quickly. And there's no really specific way of doing this, just wiggle the camera back and forth as fast as possible. And be prepared to hold in X, because we're going to glide down here. So I just wiggle the camera, glide down here. It's possible to recover this if you land in the lower part here. Not gonna go through that because I'm not really sure. So from here, you could either just walk forward and hit this, but what I like to do is to long jump, and while I'm long jumping, I'm aiming with L1 and pressing square. So I'll show you. So long jump. Oh, I missed that. I'll show you again. So long jump and like that, but you need to be actually closer. Okay, this time, like that. And here we're going to do a quick in and out, because we don't want to continue forward. We want to get out again, but we need to sort of load the checkpoint and everything. So what I'm going to do is, you want to sort of long jump out of this room, but it's also possible just walking out if you know sort of where the checkpoint is, which is around right here. So you can just do this if you want to, and that's fast enough. But if you want to be quick, just do a long jump backwards, hit square to not go too far forward, and then you're here, and from here we just move on forward. So you just long jump along this all the way until you get to this part, double jump up on this pipe, single jump or long jump or double jump onto this, get over here by long jumping or just walking, and get up on this part. And we're just gonna follow this, follow until you get to this part. This is sort of, there's nothing here, you're going to fall to your death. So all you want to do is get over there, long jumping to this part. and then from here we'll do 3 long jumps, and I did only 2 now, but then we get to the second part where it's dead space, so just do a long jump over here. Now I'm going to show you the Nightmare box strat. I find this easier. You can look up another run if you don't like this strat, but what we're going to do is put out the Nightmare box here, jump up on it and jump up again, and get along this tiny pipe. And what you want to do to get up on a Nightmare box is high jump, square on it, and then high jump again when you get on it. So those are the only inputs. The timing can be a bit tricky when you do where you want to sort of do when you're supposed to do the second long jump, and it may be a bit difficult doing the square input, but it's better to learn it early on because it is really necessary for a later part in the game either way. So just put out the Nightmare box, high jump, square, and that can happen if you aim too much to the left. So I'll try again. So high jump, square, and then I do another high jump up to this beam. Walk along here. You can also do a long jump, it's quite safe. Here you want to have the camera downwards so all the textures don't deload. Jump up here, jump up here. There's 2 options here. Either you can jump up this pipe and jump into the room and hit this button from the other side by doing a jump hyper strike, or we can get to this lower part and we can walk along and double jump right outside this wall without clipping through. So I'll try to do that. So I'm right outside here, and what we want to do next is to get over to, I'll show you. So you can just walk along here. So what we want to do is get to this bolt, and it can be a bit tricky getting the magnet boots to work, but what you want to do is to glide. I'll try to find a different gun. You want to glide. Oh, whoops. I walked instead of zoomed. Whoops. What you want to do is to glide for this part, like at the top of the circle. So all you do is jump and glide, and then you just wait until you get through. Don't press square or anything, just sort of try to glide as precise as possible, and then we just turn this. And all the cutscenes in this game, you can skip pressing start and circle. Nothing more to it. So now you have done the difficult part of this level, because now if you die or something, you don't have to reset. If you die in any part earlier than this, you will have to reset. Also, something important to notice is that in version 1.1 of this game, you can hold any direction in the D-pad for 2 seconds, and that will assign the weapon to that part, like to that arrow on the D-pad. So here, just try to skip as much of the magnet boot rail part as possible. Hit this. From here, aim as far forward as possible, and what we're going to do is do a long jump backwards, and the timing here is quite close, and then you do a wrench swing. If you miss it, it's possible to clip through. I'm not going to go through that. From here, jump up on this, do a long jump, glide down here. Here again, have the camera facing down as much as possible, because otherwise, as you see, the platforms sort of deload the textures. From here, and then you long jump here, down here, select the rocket launcher, put it on the quick select menu, do another long jump down here. From here you can do 2 long jumps. You can either single jump and double jump up here, or you can walk a bit more forward and double jump up here. Long jump, and from here there's a hitbox here where you can stand. So just look at the pipe sort of and double jump up. And here you want to do a delayed double jump because we don't want to clip through here. So all we want to do is jump up between here. And from here you can do a high jump, or you can walk and do a double jump glide, or you can do a long jump. And it's really important that you don't land on the more right part of this because it doesn't have a hitbox and you're going to fall to your death. So if you're new, just do a high jump and try to aim at this part. Here you have an invisible wall, so just jump around it. We want to kill these enemies before we get there, just to save time. So all you have to do is aim with L1, jump, and shoot while you sort of long jump. And you want to long jump up towards the right. And jump up on this. Let's see if I can get the textures to load. It's quite difficult. But let's see. You want to get up on this platform right here. And then when you're on it, just do a double jump. And then the door will open. If you move more forward, the door won't open and you'll have to go backwards either way. So long jump towards here. I didn't kill all the enemies, which is fine. I'll just kill them now. And then we can press this button. You don't have to walk into the room, you can just stand in this corner. Skip this cutscene. This next part, it's quite straightforward. This is just some optimizations you can do. The first one, just spam here. Try to look as far away as possible because we want to get an instant jump right here. And here's a cutscene trigger for the next part. So to optimize this as much as possible, just try to avoid jumping or walking. So either here you can just go to this platform and to this, or you can aim in this very specific spot, and as you can see there's a green ring there, and I can jump over there. And from here you want to aim to this platform, jump over there, and always try to get as far as possible on these platforms, because to save time you don't want to walk at all. And if you have problems with the enemies, like disturbing your aim, you can just pull up the rocket launcher and shoot. Here you don't have to wait for a cutscene, you can just jump through, and then you can jump down here. And we have to wait for this guy to go around the whole thing. So here it's just nice selecting all the weapons and putting them on your D-pad, because instead of pausing like the quick select menu, we can just press an arrow and we'll select the weapon. So the only thing you do from here is just wait for the ship, and then we attach on, and then you're done with Nebulox.